Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cardman's Cards. I'm the Cardman. Today we're going to be going over the White Woods series of cards, which are all synchro-based deck, and then I'm going to throw in some other cards that popped up in the past recent years. So, let's go ahead, not recent years, but recent days, I should say. Also in Infinite Forbidden. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show off the arts to these guys real quickly if you would like to see them, and then I will read their effects and go over their effects. So we have Astera of the White Woods, level 2 spellcaster. And we have... Oop, not what I meant to do. We have Astera of the White Woods, Rosetta of the White Woods, which is level 2 spellcaster. We have Silva of the White Woods, which is level 4. And then we have Rika of the White Woods. And then we have one of their synchros, Silvera, Witch Wolf of the White Woods. Let's go ahead and get into their effects. So we have Astera of the White Woods, level 2 spellcaster effect, attack 0, defense 0. You can use first effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can send one spell/trap from your hand or field to the graveyard. Have summon one light spellcaster tuner from your deck. If a spell/trap is sent to the graveyard, activate a monster effect while this card's in the graveyard. Special summon this card. So very good card, very good easy body to summon, and also very good recursion, and also very easy to summon monsters. Just any light spellcaster tuner, which there is not many. But there is still a good chunk that's very helpful, especially of the Whitewood cards, as your level 4s are your tuners for the deck. So there is a few of those. But just inherently, very, very good. As that is basically is your one card starter. You normal summon it, send a spell, summon your tuner, and then just combo from there. And it's very, very effective. Let's move on to the next one, which is Rosetta of the Whitewoods, level 2 spellcaster. Attack 0, defense 0. You can use first and second effect this card's name once per turn. You can send one spell/trap from your hand or field to the grave. Summon this card from your hand, and would add one White Woods monster from deck to hand except Rosetta of the White Woods. Light spellcaster tuner special summon from your field during your opponent's turn. While this card is in the graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Another good card, allowing you to basically summon it for free by pitching a spell or trap, and then adding one of your Whitewood monsters, which is very helpful. And then if they have a trap card that allows you to synchro summon on their turn by summoning one, that basically allows you to just add this card back to your hand for basically nothing. And then we have their first tuner. They have 2. Level 4 spellcaster tuner effect. This is Silva of the White Woods. Attack 15, defense 200. You can use first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. This card is normal or special summon. You can add one Whitewood spell/trap from your deck to your hand, which is cool. Spell and trap searcher, very helpful. Searchers are very, very good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, quick effect, you can target one Whitewood synchro monster you control, or in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck. If you summon this card, but effects are negated. So basically just a recursion, while also being a spell/trap add, which is very good, especially with how many cards you can just free summon with the other 2 level 2 spellcasters, so very, very, very helpful. And then we're going to move on to the next one, which is Risha. I think is how you say this one, on the White Woods. Level 4 spellcaster tuner, effect 815. You can use the first, second, and third effect of this card name once per turn. If you control a White Woods monster, you must summon this card from your hand. You can send one spell/trap from your hand or field to the graveyard. Draw a card. This card's in the graveyard. Quick effect. You can target one White Woods synchro monster you control or in the grave. Return to the extra deck and you do special from this card. Its effects are negated. Very good card. Very good tuner. Just overall good monster. Basically, if you open it or add it off of any other thing, it's just a free body. Very good combo card to play with the other level 2 spellcasters. On top of it, just basically just pitching a card for a draw. As most of the spell and trap cards in this archetype, if they're sent to the grave, they just place themselves or set themselves, which is nuts. And then if it's in grave, you just basically add itself back by putting one of your synchro summon monsters from in the grave, which is fantastic. This archetype is going to be silly. especially with other synchro-based oh god, synchro. I can't think of the word. Synchro-based decks. There we go. I couldn't think of that or another word. Strategies. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, just very good. This is probably what got the Baron and Borreload Savage banned, for the solid fact that you could spam synchro monsters out really easily. But yeah, still, that sucks, but this card's nuts. And then we're going to move on to the first synchro monster, which is Silvera, the White Witch Wolf of the White Woods. God, that's a hard thing to say. Level 6 Spellcaster Synchro Tuner effect monster, so it's a Synchro Tuner. 1924. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can change all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls to face-down defense position. Illusion and Spellcaster Synchro monsters you control gain 500 attack. Also, if they attack a defensive monster, inflict double piercing damage to your opponent. So, this is not the greatest synchro for them. It's good, but not amazing, because this is the only card that really puts anything in defense. But the attack boost is good. So not the best synchro. They have 2 more, which are good, but it's not bad. So that is the first chunk of cards. We're going to move on to the second one. Oh, let me move back over here. I did not mean to click that first one. Here we are. Again, I'm just going to quickly go through the images real quick, and then we'll move on to the card effects. This is their other level 6 synchro. This is their big level 8 synchro. This is their, I think it's an add spell, and then this is summon from deck, and then this is, I forget what this spell does, but it's a good, they're all good. So let's go ahead and get into it. We have the Reshell Wicked of the White Woods, level 6 spellcaster, Synchro Tuner effect. Attack 2k, defense 15, 1 tuner plus non-tuner monsters. Now, this, the first effect of this card is named once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can send 1 spell/trap from your hand or field to the graveyard, add 1 White Woods card, or delight spellcaster monster from deck to hand. Awesome. Very good card, better than the other one so far. Basically, just going into this allows you to felicitate even more combo. Illusion and spellcast synchro monsters you control gain higher attack, also that cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Great card to have. And we're going to move on to the next one, which is Diabell Fiendess of the White Woods, level 8 Illusion Synchro. So first Synchro Illusion monster we're getting. 1 tuner plus non-tuner monsters. You can only use the first and second effect of this card name each once per turn. If this card is Synchro summoned using a tuner Synchro monster as mature, you can target 1 spell or trap card in your graveyard, add it to the hand. If your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send 1 speller/trap from your hand, field, or grip to the graveyard, especially when level 7 or lower, tuner Synchro monster from your extra deck, grave, or banishment. So this card just is a free summon of any Synchro tuner monster from anywhere on the field. Hand, extra deck, banished, wherever. Which is amazing. Such a good free body, as basically you just want to summon the other one, the Witch Wolf off of this, and just book your opponent's entire field. But yeah, very good, helpful, very good card. So far, the first wave of this archetype is good. Just as a side note, yes, this does tie into the Diabell Star and Diabell, I forget the other one, the Illusion level 8 monster. It ties into that as well. Same thing with Goblin Bikers and Snake Eyes. So this is another archetype that ties into the Diabell Star lore, if you didn't realize. This is Diabell Star and then Diabell, them going like to school to learn magic and stuff. I believe. I could be wrong. And we move on to their trap cards, which is Legend of the White Woods, normal spell. You can use first and second effect of this card name each once per turn. You can add Illusion or Spellcaster monster. Sorry. If you control Illusion or Spellcaster monster, add 1 White Woods monster from deck to hand. It's an add. Very good. Very good card. It's basically Rhoda. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a monster effect, set this card. Like I said, I do believe all of their spells and traps, which they only have like 5 of, have the effect to just set themselves if they're sent to grave to activate a monster effect. Which majority of their cards like to send spells and traps to activate effects. So basically, you're just setting a bunch of cards for nothing and then just activating them later on, which is bananas. And we have Beware the White Woods, normal spell. Use the second effect of this card once per turn. If you control level 6 or higher illusion or spellcaster monster, target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Target destruction. Good card. Again, if this card is sent to the grave, activate a monster effect, set the card. So yeah, so basically you can set it and just blow up something, which is nuts. Then we have Whispers of the Sinful Spoils. Searchable off of Diabellstar, because it searches any Sinful Spoils card. You can only use first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can target one illusion or spellcaster monster you control. Return that face-up monster to the hand/extra deck, and special summon an illusion or spellcaster monster from the graveyard or banishment. If this card is sent to the grave, activate a monster effect, you can set this card. So, basically just allows you to summon any illusion or spellcaster from your grave or banishment by just summoning, by putting back one of the other illusion or spellcaster monsters. So very good for recycling your resources, or tagging out cards to prevent effects. Sorry, to dodge effects like Imperm Veiler. And we move on to the did I miss the trap? I think I missed their trap card. Am I crazy? I must be crazy. Or they only have one trap card. I think they only have one. I think that's the truth. Here's their trap card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card name each once per turn. That's one White Woods monster from your hand or deck, then immediately after this effect resolve, synchro summon one White Woods monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a monster effect, you can set this card. Very good. It's a quick synchro. Basically allows you to synchro summon into whatever White Woods monster you want on spell speed 2, which is great. So this deck likes to do a lot of stuff during their turn and on their turn, and it's going to be a very powerful deck. Also including using the Snake Eyes package as well. If I'm not surprised, if not just regular Diabellstar, just for the solid fact that you can search a lot of cards that do stuff. It's just, this deck's going to be amazing. It's going to be probably tier 1, if not tier, a very high meta deck. Especially, it's very good in a lot of things. It's very good in Centurion, very good in any synchro-based strategy that just wants to summon spam monsters. It's going to be very good. All their cards are great. There's only like 2 okay cards. One being the White Witch Wolf, and then the quick play spell. It's okay. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not compared to the other 2. It's okay. But yeah, that is the new archetype White Witch. I'm going to quickly go over some of the other cards that got announced recently, just to go over them. And then, I do believe that'll be the end of the video there. We have a card from Infinite Forbidden. This is Flash of the Evening Star. It's a quick play spell. It's basically a less powerful version of... what is it? That trap card. Good lord, what's that trap card called? Evenly Matched. There we go. You can only activate this one card with this card's name per turn. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, then you can see your opponent can send number of monsters they control to the graveyard. Also apply the effect based on the number of number they control. 0, half your life points. So if you activate this and it does nothing, you just half your life points. Your opponent gains 2,000 life points, which is not great. 2+, banish your opponent's entire hand face up until the end phase, which is nice. 3+, opponent can activate monster effects for the rest of the turn. So your opponent has 3 monsters while you activate this. This is a very good going second card, because you can just throw it into the start of your turn, just boom, go away. Very, very good card for that. Again, I do believe Evenly Matched is better than this, but still, good card. Just allows you to just make your opponent send monster they control to the graveyard, while also applying this effect. So if your opponent has 3 or more monsters on the field, you can just, can activate monster effects the rest of the turn, which is nuts. And then we have one more that, right here. Level 4 Water Aqua effect monster, which is Mulchummy I'm not sure to pronounce this guy's name, but this card's a silly, silly card. It's a worse version of Maxi, and if you know anything about hand traps, Maxi is one of the best hand traps ever printed. It's basically, hey, either you want to give me a bunch of cards or end your turn. Your choice. And yeah, certain decks, this card is going to be the same thing. Other decks, it doesn't matter. I'll explain as we get into it. The level 4 Aqua effect. Attack 100, defense 600. You only activate this effect's other effects of this card once monster per turn. So apparently this is going to be an archetype. If it already is, I'm not 100% sure. You control no cards. Quick effect. You can discard this card. Apply these effects for the rest of the turn. Each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster from the hand, immediately draw 1 card. Which is nuts. Just drawing more hand traps and other cards. Just draw. But it does have a good restriction to it. It's from the hand, which is still going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But not as game-breaking as Maxi, because Maxi is if opponent summons a monster, period. Draw a card. This is from the hand, which is toned down. In addition to that, during the end phase, if you have more cards in your hand than your number of cards your opponent controls, +6. Shuffle random cards from your hand into the deck equal to the difference. So, if you control more cards than your opponent controls, +6, which it can vary depending on what deck it is, you shuffle random cards back in your hand. So more likely all the cards you're going to end up drawing, you're going to put back roughly the amount you drew. But that also depends on how many you draw. If your opponent ends on like a 7-card board and you only drew 2, you don't have to put anything back because you don't have more. So yeah, it's going to vary. But yeah, I do believe that is everything. But yeah, that is the White Woods cards on top of just some random Infinite Forbidden stuff that has recently come out. And again, until next time, this is the Cardman's Cards. This has been White Woods. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, keep collecting.